With look at EBA. All right, this thing is has dumped quite a bit here. All right, so I went and looking into this thing. All right, I went over here to their website. Um, Pretty good website actually. Partnerships. Look at these. Look at these partnerships. All right, got a lot of them. Quite a few. They had some big names in there too. And Binance was in there. Let me click on this. Partnerships. I just wanted to see if it listed them here. They had a bunch of them here. They trust us. Yahoo Finance. Developers become a partner. Partnerships. Let's try that again. Here we go. Yeah, look at all these. BitGet, Binance Feed, uh, Cointelegraph, Yahoo Finance, MarketWatch, Bitmart, Fox 40. Looks like a pretty solid project. It doesn't look like a pump and dump, is what I was getting at here, okay? Over here, it's down 45% for one day. All right. $12.9 million market cap, 1 billion tokens. All right, the all-time high was 29 cents 8 days ago. This thing just launched 20 days ago. All right, so it's overall, it's up a little over a 1x. All right, doesn't look like no pumping. Like something that's like just something that's going to come out and just run up and everybody's going to dump and it's going to go away. All right, looks like it's here to stay. Obviously, there's still a lot of holders over here. There was some sell volume here once it hit that top, but not like over here. You ain't seeing any big red bars. Okay, so obviously people holding on to this. You have a few getting rid of it, but the massive buy volume over here obviously outweighs this little bit of sell volume over here. So you got people hanging in there, right? As far as the Fibonacci goes, as far as the pullback, this thing went through the 786. All right, so we got to look at a few things here. Looks like it has grabbed support down here, right at that, right around 6 cents, and it looks like it's getting a bounce here. All right, so let's look at these RSIs and see if they're telling us anything from here. This is a pretty hard pullback, obviously. All right, if this was any kind of ABC, we would be looking for this thing to pull up here to 20 to 22 cents. That's going to be the danger area. All right, as long as we get back up there. I thought this thing would bounce a long time ago. All right, but the 618 and 702, those are the areas you have to get through. All right, I thought the wave one was way up here. Wave two, maybe not. Maybe this is the wave one here. If we go on the 12-hour, that's all I can honestly figure out here. If this was 5 waves up, it would have violated the wave one, two right here. All right, so maybe this is the one here. 1, 2. That would make a lot smaller of a target, obviously. All right, you'd have to go to there. Yeah, it can't be something. This thing obviously this hard pullback. Let's look at these RSIs. The 12 is on the floor. All right, the daily is on the floor down here. There's not much of a daily, but it's starting out on the floor. The 8-hour is on the floor. You're starting to get a green candle there. That's good to see. Grabbed some support here. The 4-hour is correcting a little bit here, but it's down here. It's way oversold. Instead of 29 on the regular RSI down here. Now the 1-hour, all right, you can see getting somewhat of a bounce here. The 1-hour is bullish and heading up. Um, if this thing pops, it can pop hard. All right, these small market cap coins, $13 million market cap. These things can, this thing could be up 50% tomorrow. That's the thing about these smaller caps. It doesn't take a whole lot of volume to really jack them up again. All right. You can see some buy volume coming in here on the hourly. Let's look at the 4 hour. Not much there on the 4, the 8. Yeah, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of volume coming in here. 12, not much at all. And the daily, we're back there. This thing could flutter out here for a little bit. Boy, oh boy, I'm just really expecting a pretty good bounce out of this thing, quite honestly. A hard pullback like that. I don't know. This thing's got me a little stumped. All right, but the RSIs are on the bottom. All right, you got your 12 on the bottom. It has to come up. All right, you have to get a bounce here sometime. All right, it's down to 31 down here on the regular RSI. The 8 is on the floor. You can see what the 8 did last time it ran up. It was this move here. 4. Yeah, that 4 hour. So it looks like the 4 could be just about flattened out here. And let's look at the 30-minute. At 30-minute, you're getting 30 minutes about at the top. This just looks like a support area, It really does. It has to get a bounce at some point here, right? So, like I said, I would be keeping a close eye on this thing. I wouldn't be jumping out of it. Quite honestly, I'd ride this thing out. If you're in it, you're in it. It could pull down to there, down to that 5 cents. It could. Right there's obviously a lot of support on the 4 hour. It could end up pulling down there, before it gets a bounce back up again. Pretty odd looking chart, really. Straight up and straight back down. I mean, this thing ran up. When it run up, did almost a 6x up. But then if you were holding it the whole way right back down, you lost 75% of that. So, yeah, I would just hang in there on this one, guys. I really would. With this 8 and the 12 on the floor, you're gonna get a bounce. You're gonna get a bounce out of this thing, and it could go ripping. It really could. Like I said, the areas I would really watch on any kind of retrace, if it gets up there, is right there. Put that Fibonacci on your chart. Watch the 618 and the 702 right here, the blue and the green right here. If it gets through the 786, all right, then this thing is probably heading higher. That for sure. Unless it comes up in double tops there, but that 618 and 702, them are your two areas. Put lines there because them are the areas it has to break through. 702 and the 618. If it gets rejected at them areas, it's doing a big ABC, and then it would end up pulling down. Right back down to 4 cents again. Right back down to the bottom if it gets rejected at them levels. So keep an eye on them levels. All right. Like I said, we're due for a bounce here. We do have a 8 hour green candle, nice solid green candle. We haven't had one of them since way up here. So looks like it wants to bounce out of here. All right. Keep an eye on these levels, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you soon.